Okay, take four. This is Charles with Bear Calling Nation, and I'm here about the business of podcasting. And this is the fourth video that I've recorded. The first three, actually, no, the third video I recorded. Fourth time I'm trying. First time happened. I want to talk about nothing's perfect. We're going to talk about browsers. We're going to talk about audio software. We're going to talk about how it relates to podcasting. I'm going to talk about that. But here's what happens. Nothing is perfect, okay? I started recording these videos straight to YouTube because it saved time. I didn't feel like I had to edit anything. I didn't have to worry about uploading at certain times. I just would connect on a lunch break or right before I got into work in the morning and record straight to YouTube. And then YouTube would do the preparing for preview, all that. I hadn't had any problems on the last, dozen videos I've done straight to YouTube. I haven't had any problems. So this week I start off, I'm going to use Mozilla Firefox 4. And I like it. I like it better than Chrome for all you Google fanboys. The word fanboy means you're doing something wrong. Okay? Google cannot win the world. It can't do everything right. And I liked Chrome. I liked Chrome for a very long time. However, in the past couple months, Chrome has started getting clunky on me. It's not interacting with Ustream to do the live broadcast on Thursday nights. It's giving me a lot of grief, basically. And it's moving a little bit slower. It's crashing a little more. I've done the updates. I liked it. It was better than Firefox 3. I haven't liked any of the first three Firefoxes, to be honest. Too many having to find plugins, too many things not working. Internet Explorer is just, it's been weak. It's been weak from day one for me. I've never liked Internet Explorer. So right now, I've been running Chrome for the last 6-8 months, and it's been fine until recently. It's kind of got, like I said, clunky, non-streamlined, and giving me grief. So I've been using Firefox 4 beta. Very streamlined, very fast, but for some reason, Firefox won't recognize my camera. Not one in my iMac, my MacBook Pro, and not one in the microphone that I have built in here. It won't recognize it at all. So I went over. So the first night I was dealing with Firefox, couldn't get it recognized. I said, screw it, I'll do this later. Posted, I couldn't do one. Then the second day, I actually got up early before work, and I actually was doing something for my son. I was putting the toy together for my son before he woke up. But I did that, and I had time. So I had my coffee. I went upstairs to my office/studio, and I fired up Chrome, connected to YouTube. Recorded a 15-minute video about making things easy on yourself. Bouncing off of what I talked about in the last video of how to make things easy for yourself. 15 minutes, let it upload. It gets to 90-something%. It takes forever. To upload. Gets to 90-something%. And I go downstairs to get lunch at this point. So it's been 3 hours since I took the video. That's how long it's been taking through Chrome to upload. Or to prepare for preview. Excuse me. So I go downstairs, get my lunch, maybe 10, 20 minutes, come back up. It's 0%. It went from 91% to 0%. Preparing. So I closed it, hoping that maybe it loaded, something just hung up. Nope, video's gone. And I've always been on wireless. So, before you write in or call in or do whatever, and say, hey, it's your internet. I've been doing it the same way. Nothing's changed except one browser, but then I went back to the browser I've been using. So the internet connection hadn't changed. I didn't go from wired to wireless. Nothing's changed. It just decided not to work anymore. So today, I got down here, had some nice sunlight, talked about nothing's perfect, how the browsers aren't working well, and nothing will. You'll move. I change browsers every 6 months to a year. I've used Safari, I've used Opera, Internet Explorer. I'm using IE9 now on my Windows 7 unit for watching Hulu and Netflix because it does the video very well, and I can put the little button on my bar at the bottom. I can just go straight to the site. I like that. It's the only thing I use it for. I use Chrome a little bit. I'm using my Firefox 4 beta for pretty much everything else right now. And when the next Chrome 2 comes out or Chrome upgrade comes out, whatever, I'll test it. That's life, and that's podcasting. Nothing you use will use the same constantly. You might start off with segments, and a year later or 6 months later, you're not doing that segment anymore because it doesn't work. You might start off with one co-host and change to another. I've changed the intro song of my show, Bear Crawling, the Bear Calling Nation. See, my phone's in the background, but I've changed it at least 3 times, if not 4 times, because as we grow, as we change, things change. I've changed different audio software. Yes, my phone's still ringing. Well, no phones ring anymore, do they really? Yeah, but that's my phone. Anyway, free is free. Okay, you get what you pay for. That is very important in the world of podcasting. Now, podcasts are free. You're supposed to be able to download them for free, and that's the how do you put it? That's the break that makes the rule or whatever. Okay, you can get some really high quality podcasts, really great stuff that rivals or betters that stuff that's on broadcast radio, and it's free. But that's what a podcaster in the business of podcasting. Okay, free is not always good. Cheap is good. Free, Audacity. There's a program called Audacity. A lot of people use it. 100% free, open source. You can use it all day long, not have to ever pay royalties. I don't like Audacity, and here's why. I used it. I started off using it. You can't really edit. It'll record. It's basically, in my opinion, Audacity is simply a tape recorder, a digital tape recorder. You literally hit record. You just do it in one shot. It's called live to tape. You just sit down, you do a live show, even though it's not broadcast, but you do it. No editing, no stopping your segments. You just do it, and you're done. You play an opening live through some software on a computer or through an iPod or something. You play the closing live. It's called live to tape. That's about all that works for Audacity. I have two of my friends use it, or did use it. No Soap Radio, Chuck at No Soap Radio, they still use Audacity. And he's at the point, honestly, where I think he's ready to edit. He's ready to put some filters on to get a little better sound that he wants. Not that I think he needs it, but stuff he wants. You'll outgrow free so fast. But does that mean you need the $700,000, $800,000 programs, even the mid-range, the $300,000, $400 programs? No. Now, let me give you a free piece of advice. All of it's free, I know, but let me give you a piece of advice. Walmart sucks. You go to Walmart and you see, MP3 Creator. Don't buy from Walmart. Be real. Come on. Do your research. Find out what other podcasters are using. Don't buy an MP3 Creator from Walmart for $40. You're flushing your money down the toilet. Don't buy a headset to get started from Walmart. Okay, if you're going to get a headset, make sure it's USB. Make sure it's one of these high-end gaming ones. But here's what I'm talking about. This is from Blue. I've done a review on it. This is the microphone that I use for all of these videos and that a lot of my podcasters are going to start using to make it simple on themselves. See how the nice quality, I can get close and it's nice and cool. I can get far away. I mean, yes, it'll pick up more ambient sound, but this, $20. You see the camera sticking out of it. It's also a webcam. $20 on Woot.com. It's $30 on Amazon, I think. If you can't find it on Woot, because it cycles every day, you have to be patient. I'm going to buy a couple and give them to some of my content creators in the nation. But it literally sits in my lap. No mic stand, no fancy schmancy crap. But you got to make it easier on yourself. And yes, I'm talking about investing a little bit of money. GarageBand is a nice medium level program. It lets you go about as far as you want to go in editing, mixing, putting some effects on, but it also records very easily. If you have a Mac, typically GarageBand is included. So therefore, it's quote unquote free. It's good. And I can give you some tips on how to adjust things and do that. I use a program called Reaper. Reaper, R-E-A-P-E-R, by Cockos, C-O-C-K-O-S. Reaper. It's $60 for the license, or $100. I think it says $128 for a business, but you're not a business. You have to make an X amount of money, like $20,000, solely from making a podcast before you pay that $128. And if you're making $20,000 from your podcast, $128 is a drop in the bucket. It's nothing. Reaper rivals Audition, which is by Adobe. It rivals Pro Tools. It rivals a lot of these. But it's got the level that you want in it. I'm about 50% mastered in Reaper. I can do effects. I know how to adjust levels. I can get compression. I can make it sound like a radio show. But there's a lot of stuff that I could do if I learned it, but I don't know how to do. If you want to just hit play and go, yeah, Audacity is free, but you can't mix. You try to insert anything, you try anything, you might crash it. You might not get the results you want. I'm just saying, free is free. I don't like it. In Reaper, you can try it for free forever. There is no limit on how long you can do it for free. There's no limitations to time. There's no limitations to functionality. Everything in it works as it will if you pay for it. So why do you pay for it? Because they're good people. They made a great product. It's $60. It's $60 to guarantee that they'll still be making updates and that they'll still make the next version. Come on, it is nothing. So drop in the box. Oh, Jesus, I'm doing a video. All right, I got to wrap this up. Make it easier on yourself. Here's why. Use Audacity. Use the built-in microphone on your computer. Use the headset and get all the time. Nobody wants to hear that. So if you do a test podcast and you hate the quality, you're not going to do it anymore. Make it easier on yourself. Do something free. Do something easy. But spend a little bit of money. Just think about, oh man, it's $3 for a podcast. I'm talking about $80 total. $60 for Reaper, which you don't have to pay the $60 if you don't want to, just to try it out. $60 for Reaper. $30 at most for this microphone that sits in my lap. It can sit. Here, I'm going to do it. It's going to change the sound a little bit. But, okay, it's sitting on the table. So I don't have to worry about it. It's not like a studio where the mic's in my face, and yet you're getting a quality sound. Make it easy on yourself. Get the quality you want that you hear with these others. Another great place to start, another great place to try, is find the voicemail number or the live calling number for your favorite podcast. Call them. Do a little segment. Just give some feedback. Get used to talking and hearing your own voice. That's a good free way to try podcasting. That's how I actually got started, is I would call in to my favorite show, and I'd help them. I'd give some feedback on the phone. I'd talk to them, do something funny, do something I thought would be funny. Then I started, I borrowed a microphone and a soundboard from a friend of mine, and I started doing little segments and sending them out. Now I run my own nation. I run, what do you call it, syndicate? I don't know. I have a lot of people doing podcasts underneath me that I'm the executive producer on. And not that you want to go there, but I'm just saying, if you make it easy on yourself, you got your schedule down. We talked about that. Try your schedule out. Get simple, easy. You don't have to have soundboards. You might get there eventually, but you don't have to start there. You don't have to have fancy microphones and expensive shit. You don't have to buy the $200 podcasting kit off of any of these sites. $20 for this Blue Eyeball microphone and a free sample of Reaper to get you started. Audacity will work. It'll get you started. I'm just saying. If you'd like any more help from me, I was Charles, BearCrawlNation@gmail.com. Email me your questions. If you want me to review your show, if you want me to give you advice on how to do your show better, send it to me. Don't respond here on YouTube and say, oh, what do you think about our show? I'm glad you want my response. I ain't got time to go hunting your show down. Email me, BearCrawlingNation@gmail. Make it easy for me to help you, and I'm all over it. I have a life too. That's the last thing I want to talk about real quick as we got time's wrapping out here. When I talked about you're going to change browsers, nothing's ever perfect. You're going to change audio software, nothing's ever perfect. You'll change microphones, you'll upgrade the soundboards. Nothing is permanent and nothing's perfect. You will grow, you'll move, you'll change, because that's life. When I first started podcasting, it was just me and my wife, and I had tons of time to kill and tons of time to do editing and fancy stuff and invest money because I had no other bills under my house and my wife, and that was it. So, no kids. Kid comes along, changes. Second kid comes along, things change, schedules change. As you get better at what you do, maybe you want to do more of it. That changes too. I got a third kid on the way. My wife's really sick with it. I'm having to wash dishes and do laundry and work and run my podcasting nation because things change. But that's a good thing. As you grow and more people are emailing you, you're going to find where you have less time to email them. But that's good. Just remember, go where you know. Keep it simple. I'm sorry, if you're going to drop $14 on a fucking mic at Walmart, buy this. This is way better. All right, BearCrawlingNation@gmail.com, BearCrawlingNation.com to find all the shows that you would ever want to hear, and then some. So please email me or call voicemail. I'll play it here on the video, 206-666-5458. And by the way, I'm not recording to Ustream anymore to finish that story. I'm using QuickTime on my Mac, and that I'm going to have to upload now. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to the show. Share it with everybody on your Facebook list. Just tell people, you want to know about podcasting, check out Charles, Bear Calling Nation.